Hello, welcome to Access. I'm Nathan. I'm here with Dave.
Hi, Nate.
Dave, this is 7 things you must do or do not. There is no try.
Nice. God, I'm never. It's been hell in our office. It's just been endless quotes from Star Wars.
I think Rob's loving it.
We've been playing the beta. The first one is right now, and that's fly. Fly everything.
I like a good fly. The way that these work, you pick them up, they're kind of icons, tokens that you can pick up on the battlefield, and they let you into all the vehicles and weapons.
That's right, yeah. So it's not like you don't find them in the hangar. They're not like parked up, like they are in Battlefield.
They're basically like a temporary kind of power-up.
They're sort of randomly just found, and if you're... I mean, we've only played Walker Assault, which is this mode right here, which is 40 on 40, and if you're... The Rebels, you have access to the T-47, which you see right here, the X-Wing, A-Wing, but not the Y-Wings. You call those in, but you don't actually get to fly Y-Wings in this mode. I don't know if you can in the rest of the game. And if you're the Empire, then you have the TIE Fighter and the TIE Interceptor.
Yes, indeed, and you can be the ATST, and you can sit in the cockpit of the big walkers themselves, which is sort of amazing. And now, like, people are sad there are no space battles in the game. I think that's fair to say, but there is dogfighting, and we have engaged in dogfighting, and the cockpit mode. It's really hard not to... I mean, I'm sure the novelty wear off at some point, maybe in 2018.
Look at the TIE Fighter.
I know.
Look at the TIE Fighter. It's so good. Like, there's a bit in a minute where you'll see I'm fighting following an X-Wing, and it's just exactly like A New Hope. Like, its engine's just right in the screen. It's so good.
It's so weird as well. Like, many times you and I ended up just doing this. You know, there's a battle going around which we're supposed to be helping to influence, and instead we're just flying way up in the sky. Dogfighting with members of the other team.
I think I'm never going to get tired of it. I've got to be honest. I'm such a big Star Wars fan.
Shooting up into the sun with the Star Destroyer glinting against the sky as you chase the TIE Fighter.
It's really fun, and it doesn't feel as like you have to be so sort of skilled as you might be in a game like Battlefield with like helicopters and things.
That's good.
Moving it off out of the sky and onto the ground.
Dun, dun, dun.
We've now got, I don't know what you call this. It's sort of drive. Maybe this is pilot, but on the ground.
I think it's piloting.
Again, this is Walker Assault, and you can play as an ATST, and they're pretty mean.
Oh, I mean they are. Yeah. If you get the right person into one of these things, then they can be devastating.
Let me tell you, I am the right person.
This is my gameplay, and this is... I'm pretty sure it is, actually. Dave's shaking his head. So there's like your special... There's like cluster grenades on their L1, and then like a rocket, which is supposed to, I guess, for taking down slightly bigger targets. It works against people too, let me tell you.
It certainly does, yeah.
And then, but if you zoom in onto this little view where you see where it goes into like those lines there, your little reticule, that's actually very hard to use. They've made it really twitchy. Yeah. So it's to prevent you from just lining up headshots on everyone.
Walking and shooting. How cool is that? This game is full of moments like that.
I know.
That's what I think is amazing. That's why I left that in, because I just think that's so cool.
Well, I think it's fair to say, this is another section of it as well. My point, what we're going to make, we're about to move into the cockpit of the AT-AT, like the big walkers themselves. Yeah. They're on a set path because basically they are the thing which, as the Empire, you're trying to protect as it marches across the battlefield of Hoth, which is like obviously everyone should know if you from The Empire Strikes Back. And if you just keep them alive as they get to their destination, which is the shield generators over there at the end, then you win. And in the meantime, you can go in the cockpit and shoot stuff, which is cool.
A lot of people were sad when it was announced that you can't sort of drive them around, but it just doesn't make any sense at all. Like, they're so big and bulky, they only really go forward. You can look around like this and shoot all the guns.
The scale of it does make you realise that once you realise you can go in the ATST and you can fly around on the kind of suborbital level on the other. What would you do with the giant walker? The battleground would have to be obscenely. It would have to be like Kent.
Yeah. But the turning circle would be mental as well.
And I guess the thing which it was ages ago now, but that TIE Fighter flying into that wall really kind of impressed upon me. Now the developers have been going on. Oh, okay, this is something else entirely. Shut up, Nate. Let's talk about heroes.
Well,
this is disappointing, isn't it? So basically, we've played for like 2 solid days now, and we have only got 3 of these tokens.
Yeah.
They're not really tokens. And basically, you pick them up like any other kind of power-up, and then you get to be, in this particular instance, Luke Skywalker from Return of the Jedi with a robot hand, or you get to be Darth Vader.
Yeah.
And I was unfortunately the person who got... I wasn't quite sure of the controls. So I was running around. Your life goes down gradually, so you can't just be them forever. and then obviously people can take pot shots at you at the same time. You have like a selection of like force powers there on the side. Normal fire just becomes hit people with your lightsaber, which I can tell you is also very effective. Poor old Luke, look, despite his best efforts. So basically I wasn't very good. So I was a bit better with Darth here, and one of the things I like about Darth as well, you can see the meeting, right, where they're all sat around going, so Darth Vader's going to be like clambering around our battlefield, but he's not really like a super mobile guy. He's got more elegance. Agile. What happens with Darth is he sort of just floats up.
Yeah.
He floats up surfaces and staircases.
Look at this bit,
it's really ominous. I choked that dude,
really
and then I
cool.
cut him in bits.
That is great. Just stalking the halls here as Darth is cool. Look at these guys, they got no clue.
I felt almost bad. I chucked my lightsaber out the doorway. Someone's shooting it in from the back. That's not a good idea.
I put in just a bit of him wandering around here, just so you get a bit, and you'll see him floating as you describe.
I was going to say, man, if you haven't put in the floating, I want to recount.
You've got to put the floating in. Yeah, he's such a big guy, but look how graceful he is. Oh,
I like the way they do it. That's how he doesn't jump. He's not an effort. He's just like, I'm Darth Vader.
Also, is Darth Vader a hero? I don't know if we can get away with that.
Lots of people.
Speaking of jumping, the next thing you have to do is unlock the jump pack, which is a rank 5 thing. So it'll take it's the last rank that you unlock in this beta.
Keep going.
And you really need it. It's hard to show it off, really. So I've just put in a whole load of jumping, but it's such like.
I wonder what you've done with your afternoon.
It changes the battlefield. It's great if you're trying to evade. If someone's shooting at you, you can just hit it and get out of there.
Can I admit to you what I used it most for, Dave?
Please do.
Getting to icons before other members of my team.
It's good for that too. It's good for reaching places that you otherwise wouldn't.
It's really good. Basically, it's because the nature of Battlefront is that. Sometimes you'll turn a corner and there will be 5 dudes and you'll be like, oh my god. So being able to just like jump away is really, really handy. We're on to the next thing already.
Yeah, I know, which is
partners.
Partner up.
Pals. Let's do a high five that they can hear.
Yeah. So partner up. We got to play this yesterday on the same server, and it was so good having a partner. Why do you want to play with a partner other than
partner
just
start.
To be social? Yeah, partner start for a start, which is just enables you to spawn next to your partner.
Seems like a really tiny thing, man, but as soon as we played this, when we went to play this at DICE a few days ago, and me and Dave were partners, and as soon as I died, and it's such a long walk back over the battlefield, if you can jump, it becomes tactical. Stay alive, Dave, please, just stay alive for a second, I'm coming back. It makes all the difference, it really does.
Look at this, and also you always see your partner, and here is you going to fly in now, as I'm shooting this guy, you're flying in the A-wing. It's just the best thing. Here you come in that little yellow dot. That is you flying in, shooting
I'm missing.
the AT-AT as well.
No,
it just feels like we're winning.
This is what I wanted to say. The way that they go on about it, and I don't want to just be the dude that says, "Oh, they've done exactly what they always said they were going to do." But they said they wanted to make it like a Battlefield fantasy for, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They have. It feels like the bits in the movies where everyone's shooting each other.
I've been wearing such a massive smile on my face like the past few days playing this game.
When the game comes out and we get all the other modes and we get people who get really good at the game, we'll see whether it holds up over the long run. But
yeah,
in terms of just recreating the battles, look at that.
Yeah, so this is the next thing, and that's just take some time to look at the sky, because the skies aren't just there for decoration. They are, but it's the universe. You'll see like Admiral Akbar's ship, the medical frigate was up there, Star Destroyers. At one point you see one of those ships crash
one
into
of the frigates on the other side just kind of crashes down.
There's a pod landing.
It reminds me of do you remember the concept art for the Force Unleashed, where he was pulling down it kind of it was that scale of the planets and the ships.
Exactly.
It's
the sense of scale actually that the game does really well. The thought that you're part of a much larger sort of war or battle.
Also, I loved that last one was Sullust, which is the new one, which looks a lot like Iceland. And the lady who's making the game is saying that's because she's from Iceland.
Yeah.
But it's got a couple of down TIE fighters and an X-wing.
Yeah.
And this level, which is obviously on Hoth, has got an AT-AT walker, which is just on the ground.
Yeah, exactly.
Seeing those things.
Look at this one here by the ion cannon.
It's beautiful.
What we're going to do now, Nath, and this is the next thing, is a massive thing in the game actually, is the sound.
Man.
So I've picked a bit of sound, which we're going to cue in right now, and everyone should just listen and enjoy.
Enemy bomber has got a lock on our walker.
Stay sharp, we got hostiles.
Rebel forces have triggered the uplink station. In order to protect our walker, you must deactivate it.
Yeah, the sound is just absolutely amazing.
With the music as well, it's like, why wouldn't you, if you're making a game about Star Wars, go, can we just have the John Williams score playing in the background the whole time? Is that okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Steve's got it. Let's go with Steve's one.
We were showing this, the beta off to someone in the office the other day, and they were like, oh, it looks really fun, it looks really great, and the TV was muted. Yeah. And I said, have a listen. And it just instantly took everything to the next level. Everything is so Star Wars.
The TIE fighter noise, the cannon noise, like the noise of just lasers firing is...
exactly. You get excited about just everything. This is a little secret number 8 that I've thrown in there. This something you have to do, and that is use your harpoon and tow cable.
Try, Dave, is the point of this video. So this is do or do not.
There is no try.
And you did not.
I don't know how I did not.
This is really... I think we just ran out of time, didn't we? I think you were about to pull down the walker. Basically, so using the...
harpoon and tow cable.
Yeah, on the land speeders there, you can bring them down as they do in the movie, but it is hard. And that was the only time we got anywhere close.
That was the first and only time we had a go at that. And but I was just so excited to see that is something you can do. And I look forward to seeing my first walker fall. It's going to be amazing.
We're going to carry on trying to do it this week. We are going to have more videos on Star Wars Battlefront this week, so do stay with us. Stick in the comments if there's anything you particularly like to see. And also, like this video, because me and Dave worked really hard to make it, didn't we, Dave?
Oh, so hard.
Especially Dave.
Yeah.
Subscribe to Access for loads more stuff coming up. Stay with us. Thank you very much for watching.